following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Hey, Thursday, that means one more day till Friday, which means 2 more days till Sunday, which means beatdown. Beatdown Sunday. I tell you what.
What's them wrestling matches? What beatdowns? Whatever they call them?
Smackdown.
Smackdown.
Yeah. Smackdown.
Your phone
It's going to be ugly.
You're dialing.
That's my Uncle Jeremiah.
Oh.
Who?
Oh, just talk to him.
Uncle Jeremiah. Oh, he gone.
Nate has checked out. Nate is the Dolphins this week. He checked out of this show yesterday. He was watching movies on his iPad. Now he's taking phone calls in the middle of the show.
Like I told these gentlemen.
I guess you're jealous because Jesse's whole family called in on Tuesday. You just want to get in on the action.
All I'm saying is yesterday I was looking at our Miami Dolphins.
Hours.
I'm gonna say hour because after we
you
beat
from Florida.
After we beat them, we gonna own them. After we beat them, we gonna own them. Our Miami Dolphins, and I'm trying to figure out when is their defense gonna stop somebody.
Not this week.
And I'm looking, and Vegas, and I'm not a Vegas guy. I don't
21 and a half. That's over 3 touchdowns.
You take that?
That's Mama Gross' son. He taking it.
No, I think that there's no. I think you would have to take the Dolphins, but y'all have talked me completely into like they might lose by 100.
We was getting on there.
Yeah.
Pull up the stats. Just go to Miami Dolphins and pull up their stats.
What do you want to know?
You are looking at guys. Let me tell you how precise New England is. A week ago, Devontae Parker caught for maybe 80-something yards. That was their number one receiver. Against New England, he caught for 0. Because New England likes to take away.
They shut you out.
They shut out your main receiver or your main running back.
He had 7 targets and no catches.
No, brother. And so what I'm trying to get at here, if you go in their 2-game stats, and there are 8 receivers that have gotten targets that have caught balls, they may be at 300 and something yards. It's some receivers are sitting in 2 games at over 300 yards or right at it. I want to come in and say, their offense against our defense, brother. I was ashamed to bring up these stats because I don't want these guys to be listening to our podcast and try to go off, because they haven't done it the last 2 games.
So we should not even talk about the game. We should just talk about something completely different.
For real. We need to take off where we left off yesterday.
I tell you what. Speaking of yesterday, you kept bringing this point up. What is the coach telling these guys?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And I think Doug's got a clip. You got that clip, Doug?
I do.
He's got a clip of someone asked Coach Garrett, and one of these days, I'm going to start trusting you guys because y'all tell it like it is. Y'all know what's going on. I doubt y'all. I want to doubt y'all so bad. I want to think y'all don't know what the hell's going on, and you don't know football, and
I'm so glad he forgot your name when Deion was on the phone. I'm so happy Nate forgot your name when Deion was on the phone.
Because you know what? I like to come in here and just say, you know what? You're just living off street cred. You played the game. You're just living off the name you made for yourself. But you guys really know what you're talking about. Douglas, go ahead and play that clip.
The biggest thing for us is to focus on ourselves. All we have to do is watch the tape and see where we are. We're not where we need to be by any stretch of the imagination, any phase of our football team. And sometimes we even had successful plays in the game the other day that weren't done the right way, again, in all 3 phases. So you have to just go back and look at that, focus on us and what we need to do today to get better. And that's really what we work on every day.
He didn't say nothing about Miami.
No.
Kurt came in here and gave us more opposition than the head coach of the Miami Dolphins.
No.
Hey, that's your assignment, Jesse. Find a way to break and crack this dude, all right?
And JG usually will give you one of the, they got really good players over there.
Right.
Watch out for this guy. Like, he didn't give you any of that. Like, he'll usually, we respect those guys over there. This guy, we got to watch this guy. He can go out there, damn.
He's been a really good football player for a really long time.
None of them.
You just got, I'm staying on these guys to focus on themselves and do their job.
So, Kurt.
Yeah.
What will you bring to me so I can direct to Jesse today?
Bring to you?
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing. They're all horrible.
Hey, this is what really got me. I like the speed of Kenyan Drake. 2-game stats.
Kenyan Drake has
the running back.
31 yards on 10 attempts. That's it.
Brother, how you gonna tell?
He's on my
15
Christian Covenant, you really got to seal down because Kenyan Drake can break this.
Yeah.
2 games, dog.
2 games.
That's the starting running back.
The only thing that I can bring as an opposition, and I would have to go back to last year.
Right.
Is saying that Ryan Fitzpatrick, if given the opportunity, can make this a shootout.
Yes, he can.
That's it. That's all I got.
A little Fitzmagic.
If a little Fitzmagic, if he's very streaky.
What are his stats right now, Kurt?
Very streaky.
Well, he split last week.
But this is a guy, again, he'll go off for 450 yards and 4 touchdowns. The next game, he'll have 150 yards and 3 interceptions. And then he'll bang you for 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. That is the only thing. Because, see, we aren't going to do what New England did. New England will go out there and say, safety, corner, take out Devontae Parker.
Yeah, and they did that.
And they'll just go, he's done. Now, the rest of you, we'll tackle everything in front of us. We're not going to do that. We're going to stick to what we do. And Devontae Parker is a good receiver.
Yeah, he's more than serviceable.
His catch percentage right now is 21.4%.
He's very serviceable. I'm telling you.
No, he's good.
I'm serious.
He's off to a bad start.
But you don't want them jokers to just catch a little bit because he gonna throw it.
Yeah.
Like Fitzmagic, you get back there, you start yawning and getting a little sleepy back there, and next thing you know, here it comes.
I saw him in the Ravens game, and it was in the third quarter. Man, he yoking it. He trying to give it everything, and he finally connected on like a 40-yard bomb. He got so pumped. He was ready to go. Somebody had a holding call.
10 flags.
Yeah, somebody got a hold, and it just took. You saw it prepare like he was ready though. I agree with you. He can get one pass that he can see like, oh, that was
Did you just
nice.
call that man John?
No,
I thought you said I agree with John.
Mark
that, Douglas. We need to go back. We need to go to the tape.
I didn't
Stop
hear it.
down there.
Yeah.
Oh man, John, I'm getting bad. Anyway, if I did, sorry, Jesse. But I'm telling you, I agree with you 100%.
What was it? 3 or 4 years ago, he came in with the bad Jets team and beat the Cowboys here. I mean, obviously that wasn't a good Cowboys team, but
Right.
Best beard in the league.
He's got.
I mean, he took the Saints last year. I mean, 44 points. 44 points against the Saints. We all like, what? And it literally became Drew gets it, score. I get it, score. Drew gets it, score. Patrick gets it, score. And it was just going back and forth until they had the last opportunity with it. Like, that's the only way I see this thing even being remotely close.
Yeah. This dude, I promise you, in about 10 years when he out of the league, he going to go to New York or somewhere and open him up a bar, and he just going to sit around the bar telling people about the shootouts. He had to get some of the great quarterbacks. I'm telling you, man, go and get him a drink, man. Let me tell you about this time me and old boy the Saints did. I'm serious, man. This dude got it. He got it both ways. He would streak you in a game, and he would streak you out of a game.
Well, let me ask you this, though. Is given their situation, young team, all that kind of stuff, why not go to Josh Rosen?
They did the second half.
Yeah,
they did the second half.
Are they trying to protect him from getting beat up?
I don't think you want to destroy him just yet. That confidence.
Yeah.
And then also, if Josh Rosen is going to be a trade piece that you use next year, because they're stockpiling draft picks. They got 5 first-round picks in the next 2 drafts. And if you're going to use Josh Rosen as a bargaining chip, I don't want to put bad film out there on him. I don't want people to be like, nah, I know you said a 2 in Josh Rosen. We saw him play the last 12 games of the season last year. Nah, we're going to need a 1st in Josh Rosen. So while Josh Rosen doesn't have a lot of bad film out there, they're probably not wanting to add to whatever bad film they had out there. Because I got a feeling, because they're tanking for one of the tanking for Tua or Herbert or whoever from coming out this year. And now they're going to make Josh Rosen one of those pieces of, hey, let's do a major deal trade and stuff like that.
You know what though, man? I'm watching some of these young quarterbacks. They nice, but I don't know, man. I don't know because depending on what team some of these young guys go to, I just don't trust every quarterback coach, and I don't trust every offensive coordinator. They've ruined this league here, this NFL, have ruined a lot of, I think, decent quarterbacks. Because how do Case Keenum play his first few years and not be decent, and then come back in his lateral parts of his years, and be what he is? I mean, he's more than serviceable now, and I know he's matured, but that's some bad coaching along the way, man.
Oh, coaching matters.
So and what I'm saying, if Miami Dolphins ain't got the right offensive coordinator or the right quarterback coach, you can get Tua from Miami, or you can get this other kid or whoever they're talking about at the time, or 2 years from now, the kid from Clemson.
Trevor Lawrence.
And Trevor Lawrence, what I'm feeling about him, whoever gets him, they better sell their soul for the right quarterback coach or the right offensive coordinator, because his group that he got working with him and for him ain't finna have it. Ain't finna have the ignorant coach. I just believe that with all my heart, man.
I think the biggest thing with the way the league is turning is why you're going to start seeing more of the Kellen Moore's type,
right?
Because if you want to know what the NFL is going to be in the next 10 years, Friday night, head out to one of these top high schools in the country. Right, we live in Texas, so we can drive anywhere we want to, tow away, whatever, and go to one of these 6A schools.
We can walk 100 feet, actually.
Yeah, right, 100 feet. You're right. Games are played every Friday night, and see, this is what the NFL is going to be. You look at it now. Like Dak is taking 70-80% of his snaps now in shotgun.
Shotgun, yeah.
Right.
Look at the way it's going. Yeah. So what's going to have to happen is there's going to have to be a changing of the guards. All of the old farts. That in the league, the grandfathers of it are going to have to start seeing their way out, because they don't know how to use these kids in the systems that they've come in high school and college with.
And not only that, they don't know how to talk to these kids.
They don't know how to talk to these kids. So you're going to start having to see the 30-year-olds who speaks the same language.
These damn millennial athletes.
The 30-year-old, Kellen Moore have to speak in emojis.
Right.
He has to communicate sometimes in emojis with his to make him understand it, and sometimes there is a disconnect where Kellen Moore can come to Dak, John Kitna can come to Dak, and they're relatively close in age and they speak the same language.
Yeah,
John Kitna has kids that are close to Dak Prescott's age.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. Kellen Moore is close to Dak Prescott's age, so there's a relatability. I don't know if that's a word, but there's a connection there that someone like a Scott Linehan just couldn't connect. There was no connection there. That outlet didn't connect to where they were able to function in the same offense.
That's why I like Andy Reid. That's why I like Sean Payton. That's why I like Sean McVay. The coaches that I like can see their quarterback, can see their wide receivers, can see their running backs, and coach them and get them to understand what they want. See, Andy Reid is way ahead of everybody because he has told his scouts, like Oklahoma, like Barry Switzer told his coaches, man, go get the fastest dude you can get. We gonna get him the ball, and and he'll catch most of them. And that, I'm serious. Andy Reid would go out and get a fast guy when other guys may say, nah. He would go out and find that small school fast guy. And the next thing you know, he's streaking down the sideline for the.
But Andy Reid also goes and sits down with a Mike Leach all offseason. He goes and sits with the Lincoln Rileys all offseason. Because he's saying, all right, I got Patrick Mahomes as the quarterback.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. He learned, Mike Leach, you are the godfather of the offense he learned in. Right. And if I'm going to get the best out of him, then I need to incorporate some of the stuff that your offense.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah. You know, you taught these other guys who taught him, and we drafted him from what we saw him do in your offense. So teach me.
Yeah.
How do you think Garrett does with these younger guys? Think he's adjusted?
Yeah, he has. It's just taking him so much longer.
No, he hired.
Yeah.
He hired the guys too.
He hired.
Yeah. Yeah, it just is. I'm telling you, man, Andy Reid was ahead of his time with the Eagles. Mm-hmm. He's ahead of his time with this guy. And I don't know, Sean Payton. I mean, he got some old school guys, but he understands. He's shaping the game like it's close. When you see Drew Brees, is he really under the center? When you see him at his best, he's standing back there 6-7 yards behind the center. Guys that can run these offenses, these multiple facet offenses, standing 6 yards deep, it ain't easy as we think it is. Because you take away a lot of traditional offensive plays, you know. So for these guys to be able to get these other guys to believe in this and get it going, that's hard to defend, man.
And we a lot of times on the show we draw parallels between football and the real world. It's no different. If you're a good leader and a good manager, you figure out what your people are good at. What do you like doing? What do you do good? And then you mold the job and the assignments around that, and you find somebody else that can fill those gaps. You're good at this. Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to get you to do this. You're great at this. You're going to do this. It's no different football. Like, don't make the person try to fit the system. Make the system fit the personnel that you have. And that's, man. You know, and it seems like the really good coaches play to their quarterback and their receivers, you know, their skill positions. They play to those positions. What are you good at? Okay, you're good at bootlegs. We're going to put you out in a bootleg 3 or 4 times a game. No different than real life.
Let me say this right here. And you asked about Jason Garrett. What about Jason Garrett? Well, he just changed, didn't he? He just changed. He could have at any time told Kellen Moore, you're the offensive coordinator. He could have did that last year. He the head coach. He could have said, Kellen Moore, it's your show today, not tomorrow, because Kellen has always had these formations in his head. Mm-hmm. He's already had them in a book. So he could have said, because I'm quite sure Jason ain't so old and stiff till he went to Kellen Moore and said, hey, man, show me what you're talking about here. What are you and Dak talking about? Oh, yeah, he got to do that as a head coach. You got to be able to talk. Now, you think Jason was so stiff he wouldn't even do that?
I look at Jason Garrett as a coach he's very stubborn. And
I agree with you.
Did he change? Yes. But you said something that Coach Johnson said to you when you were playing. He said, Nate, either you go play right tackle or you go play the streets.
Right.
Now, you might not want to go play right tackle.
Right.
But you ain't want to go play the streets.
No, but Jesse.
So for Jason Garrett.
You think it was that hard?
I think it was, okay, now, if you still want to be the head coach here, here's the way that we're going next year. I don't think he willingly just gave that job up. I find that very hard.
I want to believe that he did.
I find that very hard to believe that he.
Kurt, what you thinking, man? I see you smiling. What you think?
I'm like you. I want to believe.
I want to believe that. Jesse. Yeah. I want to believe that.
I find that very hard that he.
How about you, big dog?
Like, you know what? Yeah.
I don't know.
Give it. I
don't know.
Yeah, you know what? In my last year that I don't have a contract extension, give it to the kid who's never had this job before day in his life, and let my future bank on that. Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me throw this at you, brother.
I doubt that he just gave that away.
Let me throw this at you.
Well, yeah.
But okay.
Or is there a scenario where he could have been wanting this change for a year or two and they wouldn't let him, and finally he got the chance to do it? I don't know.
Not for a year or two, but I think last year, I really do. I
That's
got
why
to
this
think
is so
this.
great. Nobody knows.
No, we don't.
Nobody knows.
But I want to think 6-7 games in, wide receivers and all this by committee, when they had to be churning. Now you know and I know when they 3 and whatever, everybody's mind was open and churning. What do we do to fit? This ain't no Hitler. Hey, come in there. You got to do the third right. That's over. It ain't what I'm saying about dictatorship.
Right.
What I'm saying, I don't want about it going in there.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, dictatorship. I think answer your phone. What I believe is when things got ugly, I thought all doors open. About right before the Redskin massacre last year. I think they brought in everybody. What are your thoughts? Not only Jason, but the people upstairs. What are your thoughts? For real, man.
No, my thought process is when things got to going wrong, I think the head Jones.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody upstairs.
I think he came in and said, "Okay, I trusted you, and you with this whole we don't need a number one."
Right.
Because I don't believe that Jerry really wanted to let go of Des Bryant.
Right. I agree with that.
So now someone had to convince him. Someone had to come to Jerry as a collective unit and say, "Let's part ways with this player." And Jerry probably said, "Okay, what do you have for me?" Well, we're going to take these 5 guys
and we're
going to do a wide receiver by committee. We hired Sanjay Lau, and we got Scott Linehan.
You're going to be toting bricks.
And we're going to be doing all this stuff.
Mr. Miyagi.
And we're going to turn this thing into a bunch of route runners because route runners is what Dak Prescott needed. And Jerry said, and he's even said it in the media. He says, "You guys, the question that you guys ask me, I go and ask Jason." And he's so convincing at times. This is what Jerry said.
Yeah.
He's so convincing at times that, and I'm a salesman, he gets me. So I believe they came to a point, he said, "I trusted you, I trusted you, I trusted you. Y'all failed me. Will, go get me an X."
Yeah.
And Will said, "Yes, sir."
Did it your way, now we need to do it.
Okay, and I agree with that. Now, add on. Scott Linehan, when this thing was going south, don't you know the Joneses and Jason was saying, what's our next move? We cannot go into next year with this because it didn't even get to the offseason. It didn't even get to the last game before everybody was saying, who's the next offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
So we wasn't the first to think of it.
No, but I also think they know that there had to be a change.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that that Jerry has an affinity for Coach Garrett. He likes him. He likes what he does. He likes everything about him. And he says, someone has to fall on this sword.
Right.
And right now, it ain't Jason Garrett. We don't want him to fall on the sword just yet.
Right.
Scott Linehan, you're going to fall on the sword. And that goes back to because Jerry understands there's no way you can come into this offseason and sell the fan base and sell the population what we saw last year.
Without making a change.
Without making a change. There's who's buying that? People are not, who? Those same guys? Oh, no, I'm good. So he knows that the only way that I can trump up this thing is to say, what did he do? He made a drastic change. Not only are we going to fire a veteran offensive coordinator, but we're going to hire a guy who's 30, who's never done the job before, and who we're going to hope and pray that he has some ingenuity and some creativity that we've never seen before. And 2 games in, gosh darn it, he's right. He made Jerry. He's a crap shooter, and in 2 games in, he's rolling. He's rolling. I just don't think that when it came to the conversation, Jason Garrett didn't willingly give over his play calling duties to a guy who's never.
You don't
done
believe
it
that he willingly?
You know what we will?
I got to give Jason more credit than that.
Nah. We're willingly going to break.
Okay, willingly. Yes, sir.
You guys hold it together while we're going to break.
I can agree. Get him, Kurt.
And when we come back, we're gonna let Kurt talk.
Yeah.
On Hanging with the Boys.
New apartment's big. Such a great deal.
It's okay.
Just okay? What's not to?
It's right above the subway.
Well, I bet you don't even notice it after the...
That's my neighbor, Angus.
A deal that's just okay is not okay. Get a great deal with America's Best Network. Come into an AT&T store and learn how to buy one smartphone and get a second one on us. Based on GWS 1 score, September 2018.
Now's a good time to tell you that SeatGeek is the new source of tickets for all your football needs this season. SeatGeek makes managing tickets easy, whether it's buying or transferring to a friend. They even tell you the best deals for every game based on their deal score technology, which rates every seat on historical data, price, and location. Download the SeatGeek app on your phone and take $20 off your first purchase using code Dallas at checkout. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
Work the Cowboys way and channel the winning business tradition of the Dallas Cowboys and the Jones family at Formation. This dynamic workspace provides an elevated work experience on the Star's aspirational campus with exclusive membership options available to meet varying needs. Choose from open workspaces, dedicated desks, and private offices to leverage our home field advantage for your individual business success. Limited memberships are available now, so apply today at formationatthestar.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Back. Kurt wants to talk to you about something really important.
Oh, yes, underwear. This segment is brought to you by Tommy John. Go to TommyJohn.com/Cowboys for the most comfortable underwear on the planet. That's it?
That's it. That's why I said you need to. The other one is way too long.
This one's almost
That was too short.
Right.
We need to get on them to. And hey, Jesse, hold that bottle of. I'm gonna try to get you a Lysol sponsorship. Hold that up. There we go. Get that to the
because he took a picture of you cleaning up.
Video.
So he videoed it. So.
Hey, you guys laugh now, but I'm telling you, when y'all come in here hacking and sniffling and coughing,
it makes complete sense. Like it makes total sense, and I'm glad you do that. It's just funny.
Despite that, you guys aren't in the locker room. You're still in the NFL, ML. The locker room is one of the most filthiest places in the world, and this is where your office is at.
I know.
Ask the Jets.
Yeah.
Why?
Mono.
Mono.
Oh. Have you ever heard of mono putting somebody down for a month?
Yeah, it does that to kids all the time.
But I've never heard that in an adult. Speaking of putting people down, let's go over the injury. Have they got the new injury report out today? I got the one from yesterday.
Crawford.
Yesterday, did not participate. Tavon Austin, Crawford, Gallup, Gifford, Antoine, and Xavier Woods.
I think those are the same ones that are happening today.
Same ones?
I saw that earlier.
And then for the Dolphins, you had Trent Harris, their linebacker, was limited. Rashad Jones did not participate.
Really?
Bobby McCain was limited, their safety.
Alrighty.
Ken Webster, their cornerback, was limited. And Albert Wilson did not participate, their wide receiver.
Okay, so the question is, when did they?
They ain't done it the first 2 weeks of the season, huh?
When are they going to participate?
All right.
Can we get?
Is this the worst?
Do they still give out ribbons for participation?
I was driving in this morning, and I heard, I flipped stations, and I heard on one station that Peter King, that's been following the league for years, said this is the worst football team he has ever seen since he's been covering the NFL.
Wow.
Nate, have you watched the film? Have you ever seen anything this? Is this
No.
team? I know we make fun of it and we're joking.
Our 1-15 team was ridiculous, but at least I think we were competitive. I mean, the scoreboard made it show, but we tried to be competitive. We fought hard.
There was no give up back then?
Oh, yeah, it was some give up because I tell you like this here. After about 25 points, whether it's in the first half or whether it's in the second half, what you going to do? And you down by those 25 points. So it's going to be some guys, I don't care what happened, they're going to play to the end. And it's going to be some guys going to get a slight ankle sprain, and it's going to be a 4-week deal. You're going to get a finger jam, and it's going to be
Yep.
I'm serious. They're going to be like, and the trainer's going to know it, the coach is going to know it. But what can you do? You have already let that bad karma in your locker room. You've already let it in there. You've shown the players. And for some reason, this ain't the same as how you would have thought the Raiders would be like. The Raiders wasn't this last year. The Raiders was not this.
No.
The Browns weren't this when they had their years of just like it's like we're just not. We're
years
trying.
and years, yeah.
We're trying. Yeah. We just don't have the talent to compete. These jokers aren't even.
Wow. And see, at first I was very hesitant, but I realized I'm not over there in that locker room. Jason Garrett got his hands full. I mean, because you can show all the film you want, but you will find yourself being amazed at the way people are scoring up the middle, round the end, double reverse. Just this one dude was just trying to throw the ball away, and the dude caught it and go 60 yards. I mean, no, man, don't. You know that don't happen in our league, man.
Is there any chance this is one of those games?
Don't even.
Is there any chance?
Don't even do that, man. I heard one reporter say, "Hey, man, this is the game where you play every backup you got. You get up a lead, you know, if you get up a lead and you give your young guys some. I mean, you done heard all type of theories of what the Cowboys should do.
Wow. Would you treat it like that at all?
I would be scared to death as a coach. I would be scared to death. As a player, I'd be ecstatic because I'd be talking about stats.
Could you almost treat it like that third preseason game where you know, hopefully.
That's what I heard a lot of reporters say. Hey, man, just go out there, get a lead, let your young guys play, get some experience. But me, as a coach, I would not want to be Jason Garrett this week because, brother, a 1-point win or a touchdown win, and they gonna kill these folks for a whole week.
Trying to keep guys focused.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a challenge. Like that is gonna be that's the week's challenge. How do I keep? Because when you watch film, you watch film today and you'll watch first down stuff, and you'll watch third down stuff, and you'll watch some red zone. You know, if you're offensively, you're gonna watch some red zone defense and third down defense, and you're watching all this film. And by Friday, you didn't see the same film, whether it be in a team meeting, in in your offensive meeting, and then in your position meeting. It's the same film. It's the same cut-ups. So after a while, you done looked at this as a coach. You can say, I can't keep putting this up. One, because you've lost me. Jason Garrett said, we don't want cell phones in the meeting room. There's cell phones in the meeting room. And after I've seen that, and I watched it by myself, and I watched it again the next day, I'm like this. and that is going to be the biggest. It's not going to be an X and O challenge for Jason Garrett, for Scott Leonard. I mean, for Kellen Moore, for any of the coaches. It's not going to be an X and O challenge this week. It's going to be a focus. Because I'm telling you, just watch a little bit of film. Just watch the highlights. You don't have to watch a whole game. I'm like Nate. I've watched both games. You just watch the highlights. It's bad. Like it is. You watch it and you're like, I know he didn't. He did. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's
when you see Julian Edelman, and I don't know how it is today, but I saw Julian Edelman come across the formation. And they run the play to the right. He going to the left. And he cut off a big old defensive tackle. He just cut it. Then they did it again. Don't you know the second time they'd have did that to Leon Lett, he'd have stepped on his neck. He still blocked the same big old guy a second time. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm saying in my mind, bro, you supposed to crush him.
All right, Kurt.
Well, can I ask a question?
No, you can't. Stop. You had your chance. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Do players look at this like, this is a game I can pad my stats?
That's what I'm saying. Stat game. That's what I'm saying.
Zeke won't want to come out because he can.
No, don't take me out now. Yeah. No, this is. I got that escalator in my contract. If I get to,
I'm getting 2,000 yards.
If I get 10 touchdowns, no, Jokers don't want. Trust me. You heard Nate said salivating.
Stat game. Baby.
Looking at this like, I can go for 10 and 150. I can go for 3 touchdowns. Everybody can eat right now. So I'm like, I like the young guys. But this ain't preseason, young fellas. This is where the money counts. And everybody got bonuses in their contract. If I get to 10, like when Adrian Claiborne went at us 2 years ago in Atlanta, he went to the Pro Bowl. You know how many he had 6 in one game. You know how many he had on the year?
Like 7, right? 8. Yeah.
And he had 6 in one game.
He got what, like a $200,000 or $300,000 bonus?
And he got a contract from somebody else after
that.
From New England.
Yeah.
For one game, he made about an extra $500,000, Pro Bowl, and a new contract.
And became a household name for about 3 or 4 weeks. And nobody ever heard of him.
And everybody I'm trying to get that too.
And you get some good tape out there on you too, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to eat.
Robert Quinn against I guess their left tackle's supposed to be a guard. He's not that good. And, boy, he's got to be.
It's payback for him too, right?
Payback time. Oh, he's got to be salivating.
Man, I just don't believe that. I've never seen, and I'm trying to think. Maybe we were this bad, but it's just so long ago, and you haven't seen that the way they are doing it, the way Miami is doing it. I haven't seen the way they are doing it. They especially defensively, you normally would have some fight in your defense. What is 6 points in 2 weeks?
Are they better?
10 points. Or what their offense has gotten?
Yeah. On average, 60 points?
5.5. Yeah, because they had 10 the first week and 0 the next.
Yeah. I mean.
What are they better or worse? Which one are they worse at, defense or offense? Or is it just.
It's kind of equal. They don't have any. I think they have any turnovers, but their offense have given up the most sacks, and I think they have the most turnovers.
Yeah, they're -6, which is far and away the worst.
And the thing that you have to kind of, again, guard yourself on is you're still the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes,
right?
you are.
You're the Dallas Cowboys. People want to take you out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people want to take you out. For the simple reason that people look at you and go, oh, y'all think y'all better than everyone else. Oh, you think you're America's team. So they may find a little fight. They're coming to AT&T Stadium. It's the Cowboys. We're riding high right now. They may find some fight. They may. And so, I've been a part of teams where it's been about that. Like, I look back to my time in college when I was at the University of North Carolina playing basketball. I didn't care what gym you went into. We lost to Santa Clara because we slept on Santa Clara, and they was like, "Oh, y'all coming to us? We're gonna beat y'all." And that's the same thing with the Dallas Cowboys.
Every game is a big game.
Every game is a big game. Whether your record is 8-0 or 0-8. If you 8-0, they want to knock you off. If you 0-8, they want to make keep, sure they want to keep saying, "Oh, you see that footprint in their forehead? That was us." So I'm trying to find things that might, motivate the other team. But when you watch, it's
bad.
It's some bad stuff, man.
All right, let's take another break. When we come back, Kurt, we're going to try to let you talk again. On Hangin' with the Boys.
Before your next AT&T Stadium barbecue, gear up with OtterBox, the official outfitter of tailgating. It starts with the Venture Cooler. Built tough in America, Venture keeps ice for days and days. Or stay light on your feet with Trooper Soft Coolers, perfect for packing in your signature side dishes.
Tailgating wouldn't be complete without a beverage, so pour one into the OtterBox Elevation Tumbler. It keeps your drinks frosty and toasty. Discover more about OtterBox line of tailgate essentials at OtterBox.com.
Now's a good time to tell you that SeatGeek is the new source of tickets for all your football needs this season. SeatGeek makes managing tickets easy, whether it's buying or transferring to a friend. They even tell you the best deals for every game based on their deal score technology, which rates every seat on historical data, price, and location. Download the SeatGeek app on your phone and take $20 off your first purchase using code DALLAS at checkout. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
The excitement of Dallas Cowboys football is back at AT&T Stadium.
The place is going crazy in Arlington, Texas.
Don't miss your chance to see the Cowboys live when they host their NFC East rivals, the Eagles, Giants, and Redskins, plus the Green Bay Packers and more.
Elliott works his way through and walks the dog.
Single game tickets are on sale now. Get them before they're gone.
First and goal, quarterback sneak. Prescott pushes up the middle. Touchdown.
Visit DallasCowboys.com to get your tickets today.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Back. Check out free-to-play predictive games of the Dallas Cowboys app to win cash prizes. Up to $10,000 is the grand prize. You must be 21 or older and logged in to play. Download the app for access on game days at DallasCowboys.com/app. My mom used to have problems with her crappy phone and her crappy Wi-Fi trying to watch the show.
She's a lady.
And I told her to download the app, and she's never had an issue since. So if you don't have the app, you can listen to us or watch our ugly faces, either way, with the app. I want to give a dude a shout-out. Troy. Just met him on the plaza when I was walking back over here from lunch.
Yeah.
Curdy asked how you were doing.
Nice.
Nate, he's a big fan of yours. And Jesse, he's a huge fan of you being an addition to the show. So
Thank you. Troy.
Stopped me and
cool.
Said hi. Wanted me to tell you fellas hi. So
great.
Thanks, Troy. I usually never remember names, but Nate always gives me a hard time. So I was like, what was your name again? And I emailed myself his name so I could give him a shout out on the show, just so you wouldn't bother me, Nate.
Because you didn't want to say, man, I met a guy in the corridor and I can't remember his name.
Yep.
And how you gonna tell us hi to a guy you don't even know his name?
I'm gonna start getting names just for you. That shirt brings out your eyes, by the way. I've never noticed your eyes shining like that.
So you're getting like that now? Wow. So it's getting like that. Oh, wow.
You guys need a moment or something?
Huh?
You need a moment?
No, I'm good. I just had
Let me see. John Dorsey. Let me see. This man here, I was giving the Kansas City Chiefs coach praise and kudos, but Jesse just brought up, and that is so true, John Dorsey went out and found these guys. I mean, Andy Reeves gave it okay, but that John Dorsey, man, he know it ain't a place he don't go. He don't know talent.
Those the Tyreek Hills of the world, and all that. That's John Dorsey. I mean, look what he done when he came over to Cleveland.
Yeah,
he got that team
going in the right direction, man.
He knows talent.
Was he a New England guy before that? Did he start there? I don't remember.
I don't know where Mr. Dorsey come from, but I know his name
was Green
is
Bay.
a good name.
Green Bay.
Wow.
Kurt, are you worried at all about this game, or have these guys talked you completely out of this? They have any chance of winning?
No, I'm not worried about winning. I guess the only worry is guys getting hurt, But no, I don't see how they lose this game. I mean, they just have to totally mail it in. Hope I didn't jinx them.
You snake bit a few guys.
if anybody could jinx them, you could.
Do you feel bad? I mean, it's not like the Dolphins are going to win a game anyway, but they start with the Ravens, the Patriots, the Cowboys, and then I think they go to the Chargers. It's like you couldn't ask for a tougher schedule to start out with. They got nothing.
I think I saw where they're like plus 350 to not win a game, that's insane to me. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't get how a pro team can be that bad. I guess we'll see Sunday, because I just can't get my head around, because I haven't watched them play. I've seen highlights, and
so I can see them now, man. After this season, they're bringing in that team that went 17-0 to try to rally the troops for the next year. So that for every draft pick, with this year's 2020 draft pick, we bring in Mercury Mars. With this year's 2020 second round draft pick, we bring in Larry Zone.
Shannon should donate his Mexico trip to a needy Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, that's what it is right there.
Dude, no.
See?
Practice squad guys.
You see that?
He's still holding out hope for that
He's
trip,
still holding out hope.
Practice squad guys.
Why you still holding out hope,
Have
dog?
you booked the trip? You got it reserved and all that?
Yeah, hell yeah. I do it every year.
So why don't they let you get a refund on this?
It has something to do with they buy out the hotel and they package it with the artists. So once you're locked in, it's something with, they don't have a deal with the hotel. It's with the IGN or whoever the promotion agency is. I think they just don't want to be bothered with transferring names. So once you put your name, you don't have to put a name on it until about a month before. But then once you do, like, I have to prepay for it, but I don't have to give them my name until like a month before.
So you can still sell it?
As of now, yes. But once you have to send them your passport info and all that, you're locked in. But it's usually – so even if we were undefeated up to that point, odds are still in favor of them not going to the Super Bowl, just from a numbers standpoint. From a numbers standpoint.
I called him. See how he's talking to
so it's worth the gamble.
Wow.
Because if we do go to the Super Bowl, I'm fine. If not, I am on a beach the next week.
There has to be music festivals in Mexico like every other week, and you always pick the one that's at the Super Bowl.
That's because
you don't even like the guy that much.
I've gone 5 years in a row.
You just grab all your drunk buddies and go
I'm going to
2
fly
weeks
by
later.
on one of them prop planes. What's the guy name?
One, that's a lie, because you ain't getting on no prop plane. You won't even get on a real plane.
What's the guy name that you go see?
Luke Bryan.
I'm going to put a big sign. Shannon hates Luke Bryan.
You fly down the beach with the streamer behind it?
Yeah. Shannon hates Luke Bryan. He
Now,
just
Nate
comes
would-
because
Apparently
he
likes it more than the Cowboys.
Nate would drive to Mexico, but he's not flying. When's the last time you flew?
Oh, it was last year.
Oh, so you will fly.
No, it was Hall of Fame for Mr. Gill.
Yeah.
Quick, first class.
First
thing, direct.
Are you afraid of flying, or is it a space issue? Is it why don't
Now,
you
the
fly?
space, they can squeeze me, but I don't like to fly. I don't like nobody in control of me over thousands and thousands of miles up in the air.
Do you get nervous?
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
No, I fly every
Man,
away
please.
game. It doesn't bother me at all.
Nah. Can you? I mean, wow. That just even think about that foolishness. you 30,000 feet up in the air at the mercy of a machine and another man. No, sir, bruh.
But if you could fly the plane, you'd probably be all right.
Nah.
Nope.
I don't want nothing to do with getting up off the ground.
Let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
When's the last time you got your brakes fixed?
In my car?
In your car.
I'm always every 10,000 miles. I get them checked when I get my oil change. Check
Okay.
my brakes. Look at my stuff.
Do you know who made the brakes?
Yeah, probably the airline people.
No. Do you know who made the brakes?
Who made the brakes?
I'm asking you.
Nah, I don't know who made the brakes.
Do you know the man who installed?
You
the
can
brakes?
try any.
I'm just asking the question. Do you know the man? Do you know the man who installed your brakes?
Nah, I don't know, Jess.
But when you get on the tollway and you're doing 100 miles an hour, you hit them
I
with
try
no
not to
hesitation.
do 100 miles an hour.
75.
Yeah, okay, 75. Jess, you can
And you
bring
hit,
anything.
and you hit your brakes with zero hesitation.
That's right.
And you know nothing about them.
That's right.
So what's the difference?
The difference is I ain't going up in there 30,000 feet if I don't have to.
Difference
I
is
ain't
30,000
going. You
feet.
can do that. I love you, Jesse, for the way you broke that. It was sweet the way you broke that down. But I'm going to get in my truck way quicker than I'm going to get in the airplane. He'll do the opposite. He'll get in the airplane. And then when I see Mr. Jones, I'll be like, hey, this is the smartest, dumbest man in America to get in a helicopter. That got to be the smartest, dumbest man in America.
Would you ever get in a helicopter?
Oh, my God, man.
The helicopter's a different animal because they'll crash. They crash a lot.
See, this is what I understand. I've been in 2 or 3 car wrecks and I'm all right. But ask them folks who've been in them plane wrecks coming out for 30,000 mile drop. Okay? Yeah. And they didn't see the guy who put on them brakes either.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Anybody got anything else to say?
Yeah, tomorrow we got a show at 12:30.
12:47.
12:30.
Because we got to get the other guys off the air.
They be off, man. Hey, Doug, what time were they off today?
I think 12:30.
12:30?
Way before. They was 12:15 because remember where I went at 12:30?
I do.
Yeah.
That sounds dangerous.
Do we want to do 12:30 tomorrow?
12:30, man. If they can you do 12:30?
Yeah.
12:30.
You
Can
won't
you
be
do
here.
12:30?
Where are you going tomorrow? Where are you going to
just
be?
round of tests I got to go through.
Getting on the airplane.
No, not doing that.
This your first round?
Since the other stuff, yeah.
Okay. So you'll be out tomorrow, but you'll be back Monday.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully. Okay. I'll be here.
And you know what? Now that I got my man to get you off me, bro. Thank you, Jesse.
Who's getting you off me? That's the question.
Whoa, I thought you were going to stop there for a minute. I got nervous. Didn't think you were going to put
Your
a me
mind is
at
off.
the end of that.
So in the gutter. Everything in your mind.
Why
in the
is it
gutter.
always the last 5
And
minutes
here
of the
comes
show?
the text from DE.
The wheels come on.
DE said,
Jeez.
All I know is we're going to have on our shirts
it
tomorrow.
now.
We're going to have on our shirts tomorrow.
Yes.
What shirts?
This shirt right here.
what
Tune
did
in
they
to
say?
find out.
Oh, I gotta tune
It's
in
a
to
shirt.
find out.
Tune in
Yeah.
to find out. Me, Jesse, and Nate will all have on the same shirt tomorrow.
Awesome.
We're going to support one of Nate's former teammates tomorrow.
Speaking of same shirts, we had the same shirt on yesterday, and I did like a little Twitter poll. I
Who
said,
won?
Who wore it better? I said retweet it if you like my shirt better, and like it if you like Nate's, or vice versa, whatever. You won.
Whoa!
I'm going to tell you
Big
why.
sexy, big body.
I'm going to tell you why. Like I used to always tell the young ladies before I got married a second time. Y'all didn't catch that.
Yeah.
I used to tell them, say, you may not like me when I first holler at you, but if you stop for 1 second and let me talk for 30 seconds, I got you.
The closer. The closer. Oh, man.
Woo, that didn't buy them $20 drinks. But anyway.
Oh, it was one of them kind of
do it.
places. Yeah. They got to stop and talk to you in them places.
Yeah, shake $1. Make you holler.
Well, Kurt, by the way, they got the Zeke Who shirts in next door. I just found out.
Okay, what I need to do.
Just go over there and get you some.
Okay, cool.
All right, Kurt.
Hey.
Good luck tomorrow. We'll
Thank
see
you.
you Monday.
Yes,
Jesse,
sir. Have a
thanks
great
for
show
being
tomorrow.
here, man.
Yes, sir.
Nate, thanks for bringing it. Douglas, thanks for putting us on the air. William, thanks for getting us on all the streams.
Right.
Caden, stay away. We will be back tomorrow. 12:30.
I ain't seen Caden since you said that.
12:30.
Tomorrow,
12:30. We will be here. Mama Gross, hanging with the boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!